Anyway,
and why it's a good
back
idea.
to back to TV related shit. Jon Stewart, Colbert. I don't know why this is a big deal. It's TV related, kind of, but I
Oh,
guess we're
the
here.
him talking about the lab leak hypothesis.
Yes, yes. What are your? I mean, I don't know what else. I guess. So anyway, if you don't know what happened, Jon Stewart went on Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert hosts the not the Tonight Show. He hosts whatever David Letterman used to have, which was the Late Show. So Jon Stewart goes on. They're best friends. Um, People have been debating on like if Jon Stewart just went off the cuff on his best friend and just started talking about
Let's
the
talk about
the
what.
leak.
Yeah, we'll talk about what that
Okay,
is
so
first. Yeah.
yeah, so Jon Stewart goes on as a guest and he starts talking about COVID and he starts making jokes about the news that has come out. Not necessarily confirmed, but it's more of a most likely situation that the coronavirus, if you, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, the coronavirus was leaked through a lab, and it's not conspiracy anymore. It's it's a very big possibility that it is true. I think, though, I'll just say what I think before you even get going. Um, all the like Jon Stewart. I mean, there's a couple things. Jon Stewart is obviously a liberal, and he comes out and he starts making jokes about the lab leak, and everyone on the right or conservatives, they all hop on this and they're like, "See, we told you so. We told you it was a lab leak." But I think the biggest issue is that maybe a lot of people on the left were wrong about it being a lab, not being a lab leak or being a lab leak, whatever you want to say. But I think the biggest issue is that it's being piled up with the idea that it was purposely released into the world in order to just fuck up the entire
Yeah, and I think that's
you know
the
the entire
big
planet.
that's the big
Like
aspect of it is not necessarily the because it's not confirmed. I
it's
think
not
like the
confirmed.
the UN did a thing and they were like it's possible, and that was where they left off. Where it's like, yeah,
But
that's it's not impossible that that happened, but also where it gets muddied is the people not necessarily being like, oh, it could have leaked from a lab, or people who being like, see, I told you China was attacking us. Like, there's a
yeah, but
different,
it's like
a bit different
it's not.
feeling between the two of them.
It's just it's a silly idea because why would they, in order to attack anyone else, any other country, they would have to hurt millions of their own, which
Yeah,
I guess is possible. I'm sure in history, like we've done the same. Sure, countries have done the same. I just feel as though, like in the year 2021, you're not gonna kill thousands, or I don't know how many people died in China, but you're not gonna kill millions of people in order to hurt other countries when you don't know
yeah.
who you're gonna be hurting. Like it seems
Too much
counterproductive.
variability for that be a
Like
plan of
you don't.
attack. But that is like just yeah. I don't like the purpose. It being purposeful is where it gets like the
Right.
more like the weirder people involved, where it's like I told you it was lab leaks. Like no, no, no. What you said in early
Was that it was
2020 was
built
this
in a
was a
lab?
biological attack. Like
Yeah.
it's like there's a difference between like oh it's a mistake in protocol versus like this is specifically done to fuck shit up. Like
But also, I think
and the Jon
that's
Stewart
true.
controversy I think is because so many people see him as like this liberal hero, and it's
But
like
he's always played both sides. He's always like
yeah,
had his
it's like people
own
forget
thoughts.
that on the Daily Show he like obviously he skewered a lot of like conservative talking points, but he also didn't have any problem pointing out when like Democrats and other more like liberal people were doing stupid shit too. It was
And that's
mocking
that's
the
why his show was
news.
so great.
Yeah, It was all about stupidity in the news, not just Fox News. It was like Colbert Report was about the stupidity of Fox opinion news, like not the Daily Show. But anyway, there's a chance that this is all still like hype too for his upcoming HBO show. Like
I mean, I don't think.
I don't actually think that's actually happening, but some people are like, please let it be so. But it's like I don't get why so many.
What? You don't think his show's gonna happen?
No. His opinion, the hand wringing that like some progressives are doing about him potentially being his real opinion and some weird kind of betrayal if it is. It's like, dude, it's a guy.
He's
like he has no obligation to believe everything that you believe. Like.
Right, and I don't think it was that crazy of an idea. I don't think he thought that it would be that big of a deal after he said it. Like, he's hanging out with his friend who he's known for years.
Yeah,
and he's just shit talking. That's it. And he's in a room full of liberals who I'm sure he knew that he would get a reaction out of. Like, that's the best kind of comedy.
Hold for Everything podcast.